scratch to reveal surprise.
We are going to Walt Disney World.
Florida.
Florida!
Yeah.
We're going to
Yes! He's excited!
super early. All the kids are packed into the car. Where are we off to? Where are we going? Disney World we're going, aren't we? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all feeling really good. Welcome to a vlog video. This vlog is going to be our travel day vlog because we are currently in the car on the way to Heathrow for our Disney World holiday. We are traveling out to Florida. So it's about 10 to 8 in the morning. We've already been driving for how long?
An hour.
About an hour. Got about another hour to go till we're at the terminal. It was an early start. What time did we get up? I got up about 5:30. I went to bed at like 2 last night, so I literally had about 3 hours sleep. But we're here, we're on our way. I can't wait for this holiday. We have just checked in our bags online, so I'm hoping because we've done it online it makes the process a bit quicker, but who knows, I have no idea. Obviously we haven't travelled for a long time because of the pandemic.
I've travelled with Virgin before, haven't we?
No, I've never travelled with Virgin before. Yeah, we're really excited. We're going to get something to eat, hopefully at the airport. Hopefully a little drink, because I am feeling nervous about the flight. Our flight is at 12 midday, and it is a 10-hour flight. So that is going to be interesting with all of our kids. If you are new to my channel and you are clicking one of my videos for the very first time, then my name is Gillian, and I am actually a mum of 6. I have 2 sets of twins, and I'm travelling with my partner here. Hello. And yeah, our 6 children. So we have 8-month-old baby twins, and we have a 2-year-old, then we have our 6-year-old twins, and then we have our 13-year-old. So it's going to be crazy. We have a 10-hour flight to catch. I don't know what that's going to be like with 2 babies and a 2-year-old. We shall see. We're obviously crazy for trying to attempt this, but we'll hope it will be worth it in the end once we touch ground in Orlando. So before we got to this part here where we are traveling towards the airport, we had to do our COVID tests and get our fit to fly for our flight. So we did that all yesterday. It was a bit of a nerve-wracking time making sure we all passed our COVID tests, even though we knew we didn't have COVID because we've been doing lateral flows all week anyway. It was still nerve-wracking and making sure all the documents got uploaded correctly. The COVID test we had to do was a lateral flow, but it had to be witness. The process was actually quite easy, wasn't it? I booked us an appointment for every person, so for 6 of us, because the 2 babies didn't have to do them, but we did it all in one appointment in the end, and it was quite easy and relatively fuss-free. I say that, but there's just so many forms to fill in to travel to America. When there's a big family, there's 8 of us, all the passport numbers I've had to write in, it's just been a lot. But we're here, we're on the way, and I will probably pick the camera up again at the airport. Can you see the big airplane?
Airplane, Mama.
Airplane, Moo! Airplane! You're getting on your first airplane today, Moo! So I'm currently waiting with the family and my sister helping me with the kids. The guys are in the check-in queue, and we got here, well, we didn't even think we got here that late, but it is so long. So the Virgin staff have said that we can just wait by the side of the babies whilst the guys are in the queue. When they get closer to the end, we'll go and join them towards the check-in desk so we can check our bags in, but we're not going to have much time at all because we've still got to get through security, and our gate is boarding at 11, so only for an hour from now. And I need to get to Boots and get our baby formula, so yeah, that's our situ. At least these 2 can have a little whiz round on their scooters when we wait. us 3 of the smoothie drinks here, so I don't really know if the babies will have smoothie drinks, but Amora probably will, and I might have one, to be honest. But yeah, we're just eating this, aren't we? Nunu, we have in your jar.
What, you finished? Thank you.
Option. I have gone for a chicken butternut squash pasta. You get a mini chocolate pudding in there, and then you also get a cracker and some cheese spread. My sister has gone for the other option, which was vegetable. See what it looks
like. Thai curry.
Yeah, vegetable Thai curry. Let's have a little look. I think it's chicken as well, actually. It looks like chicken. What was it? I don't know, it's not chicken. Oh, maybe it's vegetable. And then the same size. I've also got a glass of wine.
All we need is a Jack Daniels. What's that? What's that? The way, please. Man, look. Man, just come off.
Everyone, ignore this mess here, but I was editing this video and I realized that the footage ends quite abruptly. There's a reason for that. Things just went really downhill for us, so I wanted to give a little synopsis of what our plane flight was like and also what happened to us once we got into Florida. So basically the plane flight was really good, considering it was a 10-hour flight with 6 kids. The babies did really well. They didn't have their own seats, so they were on our laps the whole time, but we were lucky in the fact that when we got onto the plane, we had the 4 girls in a row in front of us, we had the 4 adults in the row behind them, and then there was a row of empty seats. So this allowed us to be able to move around a little bit, and if the babies needed to spread out on the seat and maybe lie down, then there was extra seats around. And also for our 2-year-old Amora, if she wanted to get up and just like move herself around, then there was also an extra row for her to do that. So that actually helped us out a lot. The girls were really well behaved on the plane, good as gold. They kept themselves entertained. Amora, she sat down with them for the first half of the flight really nicely. I think she was just following suit and copying her big sisters, and she did really well. And then for the second half of the flight, she did want to start getting up and wanted to turn around and face us and say hello to everyone and just have a little walk around on the plane. All in all, for a 2-year-old, did really well on that flight, and I'm really proud of her. Flight wise, for all the things that could have gone wrong, it was a really good flight, but obviously by the end of it we were just very tired. We were starting to get hungry, and yeah, the kids were getting tired because when we touched down in Florida, it was 5 p.m. Florida time, but it was 10 p.m. our time. I also just wanted to quickly add in here that we didn't realize that you had to book a kids meal on the flight. I just assumed because they were children they would get a kids meal, but you actually do need to pick that option. I don't know why I didn't think to check the kids options, because we'd ordered 2 baby meals on our flight, which I think I showed briefly in my vlog. Yeah, you have to pre-order a kids meal on top, otherwise they get an adult's meal, which is what they had, and it was fine and they ate it, but I think they would have preferred a kids option. So especially if you've got a fussy eater, that might be something to think about. Anywho, touchdown in America. We are very excited, glad that we landed safe and sound. Because as you know, if you've traveled on a plane before, everyone, as soon as that plane hits the ground, is itching to get off it, of course. And everyone stands up, everyone just is making a beeline to get off that plane, get to customs, get their bags. But we decided to hang back a little bit because we had so much to kind of gather up. So we were one of the last people to arrive at customs and to collect our suitcases. We had 6 suitcases all in all, plus all our hand luggage, plus 2 pushchairs to push. So we had assumed that at the other end we would get one of the airport trolleys. As soon as we got our bags, we got our suitcase trolley, happy. We were starting to move on through the airport. We just left that one room in which you collect your bags, and there were staff stood there and they said, you can't take these trolleys any further. So we were a bit puzzled as to why, and also why even offer the option just to take it away, not even 10 minutes after. But rules are rules, so we had to then take off all our suitcases and try and struggle our way through the airport. We then queued for a lift because we had to go up. We had to do 2 trips up the lift, which we were still feeling quite cross about the whole suitcase trolley thing. So it was no one's fault, but it just got our backs up a little bit. Bearing in mind we were very tired at this point, tired and grouchy. Then we had to catch a monorail. So luckily there was 2 amazing members of staff that helped us get all our suitcases onto the monorail and out the other side of the main airport. I think they worked for Virgin. They were in red uniforms. They were just incredible. I really wish I'd taken their names because they helped us out so much. Normally if we're on holiday, we kind of just follow the crowd of the rest of our plane, see where everyone's going and try and scope out where our transfers are. We had taken so long to get through customs and get our bags and get up to this point that everyone else on our flight had already gone. We didn't know where our transfers were. I had just assumed that we were getting a coach because when we last flew to Florida and booked our holiday with TUI, we had a coach. So this again was a package holiday from TUI, but I didn't realise our transfers would be different. So bless these 2 staff members, they were trying to help us, they were ringing up for us and we were calling ourselves as well. It was getting really stressful, the kids were getting tired. I really wanted to try and get the babies settled and just be on our way really. Emotions were running quite high. We basically felt abandoned by TUI at this point. Then we managed to find out that our transfers were taxis. Luckily it all got sorted. The taxi staff were really trying to help us. I think they could sense our stress. So we were staying at the Disney All-Star Music Resort and we checked in. I knew that the complex was quite a big complex, so I knew there might be quite a walk to our room. The only thing we requested really was a ground floor room. I was desperate to get the babies into bed at this point because it was well past their bedtime, and got to our room. Of course, there were no cots in the room. So then Aid had to walk all the way back up to the check-in desk and get our cots delivered. But by this point, tired, hungry, you know, we were starting to bicker, we were starting to get grouchy at each other, and we all just said to ourselves, right, we're going to draw a line under this and the holiday starts tomorrow. So when I look back on the situation now, it really wasn't as bad as it felt, but I think just an accumulation of everything that it just all ended up a lot. So the rest of our holiday went smoothly and we had a really fun family holiday. It was just that one evening where things just got on top of us. So I just wanted to explain that all to you. I really hope that you have enjoyed watching this first video of our family holiday. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in a video soon.